Good morning, everyone. This is Gail Dudley. I'm here with your News in Motion. How are you today? We have a lot of news, so let's get started. First off, today is Tuesday, July the 7th, 2020. It's voting day for Delaware and New Jersey. Delaware, your polls open at 7 a.m. They close at 8 p.m. New Jersey, you are voting by mail, ballot drop box only. For locations, visit state.nj.us. All right, y'all. I'm giving you reasons as to why you need to vote. Seriously, the coronavirus numbers are just off the chain. 3,040,833 cases, 129,979 deaths, 1,324,947 have recovered. Hotspots: California, Georgia, Texas, Florida, Arizona, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Ohio is right behind it. There was a medical chief doctor in Houston ICU who shared yesterday begging people to take their health in their own hands and self-isolate. We got to do that. Fauci says we're knee deep in this, y'all. We need to do something. We are knee deep in this. New Orleans coronavirus test kits, they ran out in 2 minutes, people. 2 minutes on yesterday. New Orleans, they ran out of test kits. They had lines of people. They opened at 8 a.m. Within 2 minutes, they ran out of all the test kits within 2 minutes. These are reasons why we need to vote. I am trying to argue the case to get you to vote. You must vote. Another reason to vote, did you know that Mitch McConnell's wife, she received the payment plan program, much money. We have Black businesses, we have small businesses who applied for these loans and did not get a dime. These are reasons to vote, people. These are reasons to vote. I am begging you. If you have not registered to vote, register to vote. I am arguing the case as to why we should vote. I'm not playing around with this. I am not. I am so passionate about this. I'm trying to figure out how we can get boots and heels on the ground and make sure people have registered to vote. And once you are registered, vote. I'm giving you case after case after case after case after case. 10 of the 12 hospitals in Texas are now full in Rio Grande Valley. These are physicians saying, we're running out of beds. One doctor yesterday on MSNBC said there were only 7 beds left in that entire county, and they don't know what they're going to do. Think about all the governors who at first said, we're not going to do this, we don't need to do this, this is a hoax, we don't need to wear masks. Now those same governors are scrambling. What about Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom? She tested positive in Atlanta, Georgia, Fulton County, or is it DeKalb County? In Atlanta, she tested positive. Now, she's asymptomatic, but she has a husband and children. So we need to pray for her. We need to pray for everyone that has this virus. But we also need to vote. We need to look at these numbers. We need to ask ourselves the question, why aren't our leaders who we voted into office, why aren't they doing anything? And here's what's funny. Mexico. They're like, y'all can't come over here. Now, we talking about building a wall to keep them out. They done closed down the borders. Y'all ain't coming over here. Isn't that interesting how that turned around? And we have the occupant of the Oval who's going to have a rally in New Hampshire on Saturday. Who does that in the middle of a pandemic? Why not be concerned about the people? Another reason why we should vote, y'all. Another reason. But hey, I got to give you a win. The win for yesterday was Justice Keegan. Justice Keegan, who pulled out about who pulled out about Hamilton and her opinion argument at the U.S. Supreme Court, which, by the way, there was a historic ruling. And y'all, this is closer to seeing the Electoral College disappear. Yay! And I want to read this ruling. The yesterday historic ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court says that individual states can enforce their own laws about how their state votes for president. Get it, get it, get it. We're about to see a shifting. This Electoral College could be gone. But again, shout out to Justice Keegan, who put Hamilton the musical in her opinion piece. How about, come on, that's pop culture. She's like, here's my argument, and this is what you're going to get. Also for the win, Standing Rock. After 4 years of a legal battle, a judge ruled yesterday orders Dakota Access Pipeline to shut down. Yes, many people have been hoping for that. Many people have been hoping for that. And a judge ruled yesterday, shut it down. Shut it down. So for the win, we got Standing Rock. Let me get to this too. We got the occupant of the Oval just cutting up. You know, he tried to talk about Bubba Wallace, and he tried to talk about the fact that the noose was a hoax and the Confederate flag with NASCAR. He's just, So I want to read these words that Bubba responded. And he had a hashtag on Twitter that said, "Love wins." Bubba responded, "Your words and actions will always be held to a higher standard than others. You have to be prepared for that. You don't learn these things in school. You learn them from trials and tribulations, the ups and downs this crazy world provides. You will always have people testing you, seeing if you can knock off your pedestal." He goes on and on and on. I want you to look this up and read it for yourself. But he comes back and his last word says, even when it's hate from POTUS. And I'm going to just say POTUS there instead of the occupant because he didn't name him either. But he said, even when it's hate from POTUS, love wins. Love wins. That's from Bubba Wallace. That's his response to the occupant of the Oval. And I think it's just ridiculous that the occupant of the Oval even had to say anything. So I told you about the PPP. I told you about the numbers. Again, voting day for Delaware and New Jersey. Delaware polls open at 7. They close at 8 p.m., 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. New Jersey, vote by mail only, ballot drop box. Find your location by going to state.nj.us. State.nj.us. Listen, y'all, I don't care if there are 3 of you watching this. I really don't. But the information that you receive, I am begging you to go share this information with someone else. You don't even have to share the video. I just want you to share this information. This information is that important. I gave you several reasons, and trust me, I have a whole lot more on here. This is all the research I was doing yesterday. I take time and research this stuff. I look at news that many of you may not even know it exists, and that's not a slam. That's what I love to do. So I'm looking at different news sources, bringing you the information to empower you because people, we need to vote. We can't wait until September or October. Oh yeah, October the 5th, y'all. October the 5th is the last day to register to vote, to be able to vote in the November 3rd election. But as I shared with you on yesterday, with all the new rulings, with all the trickery, y'all, I miss Tom Joyner, by the way, but with all the trickery that's happening, we can't wait until October the 5th. We need to do that today. It takes about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to register to vote. Please vote. And why do I have on this sweatshirt? And it's like going to be 90 something degrees. Trust me, this won't be on long because today is Blackout Tuesday. Even USA Today Money section talks about Blackout Tuesday. They are asking all Americans to stand in solidarity and only spend dollars with Black organizations, Black companies, small businesses, entrepreneurs. Listen, everybody who is Black, who has a business, we got to all have our stuff in order. Me too. My papers are down with the Secretary of State office. I have Ready Media LLC, which it was Ready Publication. And about January of 2019, we switched it to Ready Media. I also have At the Table with Gail. I also have Ministry in Motion. All of those papers are filed downtown at the State Secretary of State's office. Please, if you have a business, make sure your papers are in order. Today is Blackout Tuesday. Blackout Tuesday. Be sure that you have your papers in order. Again, this is Support Black Colleges. Whew, it's going to be a hot one, but it is Support Black Colleges. I got this during the HBCU where the forever president gave his address to college graduates. Y'all, they even have a nice emblem on the sleeve. But I bought this. My daughter has one as well. People were buying it. Kinks by Nick, I'm going to give her a shout out. She makes the bomb stuff as well. I have several sweatshirts from her. Cassandra Tarver, Support, Give to Breathe, Rita Fuller Yates, Dr. Kim Carter, she has a business, The Shoe Boutique, Brenda Troy has a business. I'm just trying to, and I'm if you know of Black businesses, drop the names and their links in the comment section. Demia Kandai, the bomb expert when it comes to diversity training. Obviously, we need that right now. Do not forget Black therapists, Black psychologists, Black physicians. Please drop their information. There are networks that are on Facebook. I'll drop those links as well so you can check them out. Network with them. Joy, J-O-I and Company is a candle company. I'm getting in trouble, I'm sure, for naming all these. You have Mike Nicholson with Hip Hop Fitness. There's a lot of business. You have Natasha, you have authors, you have Black authors, you have Brenda Salter McNeil. You have so many people you can choose from. Please check them out. Buy from them today. And don't complain about the price, people. Don't complain about the price. Before I go, inspiration. I want to give you an inspiration. As I shared in a Twitter post last night, a post from Lisa Bevere that said, God loves to make you face your fear. Wow, is that never ever true? God loves to make you face your fear. Two things I want to say about this. Hearing about these coronavirus numbers can cause you to have fear. Don't be afraid. Again, I said yesterday about prayer. We have to write our own narrative to our health. So I'm in the house. I go to the grocery store. I am still going by the stay-at-home orders. And that chief medical doctor in Houston also suggested the same thing. I love you too, Ladybug. Also suggested the same thing. He said, write your own narrative. It is so important that you take care of your body. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Practice social distancing. Stop trying to have parties, y'all. Stop. Just stop doing that, or else this will continue. So two things. So that was the first one. And the other thing is, I've been on and off live for probably the last 4 or 5 years. Fear could stop me from doing that. Fear of, and I'm being transparent. Y'all know me by now. I'm just straight up transparent. Fear of, okay, is my information correct? I'm watching all these different sources over and over and over again. I'm like, okay, is this voting information correct? Who's voting what day? Am I giving the right locations for voting? Fear could stifle me from doing what I do, but I know God called me to this. If y'all know the past 3 to 4 years, every time we're in an election cycle, I am doing this. This year is more important. I started earlier this year because we have got to get that current occupant out of office. I really mean that. And hear me, I'm the one who split tickets all the time. So let me be vocal and say that I split tickets all the time. But we just can't keep going like this. So I want to end the inspiration with this. Lisa Bevere's words, and again, her words were, God loves to make you face what you fear. Her words really spoke to me last night before I went to bed. And the thing that came to me was 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. I'm almost done, y'all. And that verse says, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And some translation says for self-control. But I want you to really pay attention to this before I sign off. God has not given us a spirit of fear. That means God never put fear on us. We have taken fear fear and put it upon ourselves. It's time for us to release this fear. It's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to use our voices. It's time for us to take our position and move out and do what God has called us to do. God did not. He never gave us a spirit of fear. Fear has come from the enemy. Fear has come from allowing other people to project their stuff on us. And today I'm calling fear out. I know this is news in motion, but y'all also all know that I am an ordained pastor and I have been preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ for a very long time. I cannot forgo that. That's a part of my DNA. That's who God called me to be. God did not give us a spirit of fear. He did not give us a spirit of fear. He did not put that on us. He gave us power, he gave us love, and he gave us a sound mind. That's what he's given us. So today I'm asking you to operate in your power, your love, and your sound mind. I'm Gail Dudley. That's all I have for you today. Peace out.